Hi, this is Munson with Munson Music, and we're going to talk about how you can play a song called Every Night by Imagine Dragons. And it starts out with kind of an a cappella part, and if you wanted to kind of back yourself up with the voice, you could start on an F major chord. And then we'll talk about an easy way to play this, but if you know the bar F major, you do your first finger across the entire first fret, second finger on the G string, second fret, third finger on the A string, third fret, and the pinky on the D string, third fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an F major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. Now you might also want to think about substituting in something called F major 7, where you do your first finger on the B string, first fret, second finger on the G string, second fret, and third finger on the D string on the third fret. And if you strum the D string to the high E string, that sounds an F major 7. It sounds really, really happy. And then from the F, we're going to be going to a G major chord. When we play G major, first finger goes to the A on the second fret, second finger on the low E string on the third fret, and third finger on the high E string on the third fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds a G major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. And then from the G, you could go to a C major chord. When we play C major, first finger goes to the B string on the first fret, second finger on the D string on the second fret, and third finger on the A string on the third fret. And if you strum the A string to the high E string, that sounds a C major chord. So you just kind of work that as kind of a down hit, kind of that F, G, C, through the a cappella part at the beginning. And then from there, then we go into our main verse part. We start on F major, and then we go to G major, and then we go to an E minor chord. And then we play E minor. First finger goes to the A on the second fret, second finger on the D string on the second fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds like E minor chord, and it sounds really, really sad. And then from the E minor, we're going to be going to an F major chord, kind of backtrack into that. Now you may want to kind of just work that as kind of a down idea, kind of that F, G, E minor, F, G, E minor, F. But a lot of times with a song like this, to make it more interesting, I like adding something called a strum pattern. And one of my favorite strum patterns for a 4/4 like this is down, down, up, up, down, up. So we took the F and just tried that a lot. You'd have down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. So we tried that through our verse progression. We had F, down, up, down, up, G, down, up, down, up, E minor, down, up, down, up, F, down, up, down, up, F, down, up, down, up, G, down, up, down, up, E minor, down, up, down, up, F, down, up, down, up. Now another option that feels a little bit more like the tune is kind of a long down, 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 up idea, where you could do the F and then a down, down, up, G, down, down, up, E minor, down, down, up, F, down, down, up, F, down, down, up, G, down, down, up, E minor, down, down, up, F, down, down, up. And that's a little part of something called a 16th note strum pattern. And if you wanted to kind of play around with that, what I mean by 16th note is right now if you're tapping your foot to the beat, our down, down, up, down kind of divides that beat into two parts. 1, 2, 1, 2, and that's called an 8th note. What a 16th note is where you divide that beat into 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And one of my favorite 16th note strum patterns is long down, 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 up, down, down, up, down. And what I mean by that is if you take the F and do it down for 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's that long down we were just playing. And then on the second beat, you do it down on 1, down on 3, up on 4. So you'd be going 1, 2, 3, 4, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. But then on the third beat, you do it up on 2, down on 3. So you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, up, down, 1, up, down, 1, up, down, 1, up, down. And then on the last beat, you go down, up, right along with the 1, 2, 3, 4. So down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So all together, you got down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, up. And what can be very cool is to kind of split the chords with that pattern. So you can do the F with the down, 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 up, but then go to the G for the up, down, down, up, down, up. And then the E minor with the down, 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 up, and then the F with the up, down, down, up, down. Say the F, down, down, up, G, up, down, down, up, down, up, E minor, down, down, up, F, up, down, down, up, down, up, F, down, down, up, G, up, down, down, up, down, up, E minor, down, down, up, F, up, down, down, up, down. So I'm gonna find a way that works for you and run with it. And then from there, then we'll be going into our chorus part. And our chorus starts on a C major chord. And we play C major. First finger goes to the B string on the first fret, second finger on the D string on the second fret, and third finger on the A string on the third fret. And if you strum the A string to the high E string, that sounds a C major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. And then from the C, we're going to be going to our G major chord, and then we go to an E minor, and then we go to an F major. And we do that twice, and then we go to an A minor chord. Let me play A minor. First finger stays on the B string first fret, second finger on the D string second fret, and third finger on the G string on the second fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an A minor chord, and it sounds really, really sad. And then from the A minor, we're going to be going to a G major, and then we go to a C major, and then an F major, and at the very end we go back to our C, G, and the E minor F progression. So we tried that with our down, down, up, down, up. We'd have C with a down, down, G, E minor, that long down, 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 up. You could do the C, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, 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 up, C, down, down, up, down, down, A minor, down, down, up, G, down, down, up, C, down, down, up, C, down, down, up, down, down, up, then we're going into our next verse. Now, one other thing I'd think about adding to the song, though, is bass notes. And a lot of times on that first down, of the down, down, up, down, up, or the down, 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 up, or the down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, you could throw in a bass note for the chord. So on the F major 7, you'd have the D for the bass. On the F bar, you'd have the low E for the bass. On the G, you'd have the low E for the bass. And on the E minor, you'd have the low E for the bass. On the C, you'd have the A for the bass. And on the A minor, you'd have the A string for the bass. Try our next verse with kind of a bass down, up, down, up. We'd have the F with the bass, down, up, down, G with low E bass, E minor with low E bass, F bass, down, down, F bass, down, up, G, down, E minor with low E bass, F bass, down, down, up. Or if you're digging on the long down, 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 up, you could have F with the bass, down, down, G with low E bass, E minor with low E bass, F with the bass, on that halving, the 16th pattern, you could kind of do a bass down, down, up on the first chord, and then go to the G for the up, bass, down, up, and then E minor with the bass, down, down, up, and then F with the up, bass, down, up, down. Which would be a very cool way to work it. F with the bass, down, down, up, G, up, bass, down, down, low bass, down, down, F, up, bass, down, down, G, up, bass, down, E minor, down, F, up, bass. Then we'll be going into our next chorus. So we tried that with a bass down, up, down, up. We'd have C with an A bass, down, down, G with low E bass, E minor with low E bass, F with the bass, down, down, C with an A bass, G with low E bass, E minor with low E bass, F with the bass, down, up, A minor, G, C, with the basses, you could have C with an A bass, G with low E bass, E minor low E bass, down, down, up, C, G, E minor, F, A minor, G, C, F, C, G, E minor, F. And then from there, we'd be going into our bridge part, and our bridge kind of feels like downs, and it's almost like you start off with kind of an F and then a G and then kind of a C major chord. And if we kind of follow that, actually, we kind of hear that C note actually through the whole rest of the bridge. So you may want to just kind of make that kind of a stop time on the C major, or kind of work around the C. You could even work kind of your strum patterns through the C if you wanted to, and kind of make that your own through the bridge part. And then when we come back in, we go into our solo part. And if we try our solo with kind of that bass down, down, up, we'd have C with the bass, down, down, G with the bass, E minor with the bass, F bass, down, down, up, C, G, E minor, F, A minor, G, E minor, F, C, G, E minor, F. And there's some really cool solo licks through that part. If you wanted to kind of follow some of those, you can start on the high E on the 8th fret. We play that 3 times. And then we go 10th fret on the B string 3 times. And then 8th fret on the B string 4 times. And then we go to 9th fret on the G, 10th fret on the G, 8th fret on the B, 7, and then 9 on the G, and 7 on the G, and then 10 on the D string. So we'd have 8, 8, 8, 10, 10, 10, 8, 8, 8, 9, 10, 8, 7, 10. And then we almost kind of start that lick over again. 8, 8, 8, 10, 10, 10, 8, 8, 8, 9, 10. But then we go 8 on the B, and then 9 on the G, or 7 on the G, and then 9th fret on the G. So 8, 8, 8, 10, 10, 10, 8, 8, 8, 9, 10, 8, 7, 9. And then we go 10 on the B string, and then high E 10 is a bend, and then another 10, and then 8th fret on the high, or on the B string, and we do that twice, and then go high E on the 8 is a bend, and another 8, and then 7 on the high E string, and then 10th fret on the B, and then 8th fret on the B, but then we go to 12th fret on the high E string twice, and then 10th fret on the high E twice, and then 8th fret on the high E twice, and then 10 on the B, and then 8 on the B, and then 8th fret on the high E, and then we take the 8 and slide to 10, and then 10 slides to 12, and then 12 slides to 15, and then we can play another 15. So through that whole part, you have that 8, 8, 8, 10, 10, 10, 8, 8, 8, 9, 10, 8, 7, 10, 8, 8, 8, 10, 10, 10, 8, 8, 8, 9, 10, 8, 7, 9, 10, 10, 10, 10, 8, 8, 10, 10, 8, 8, 7, 7, 10, 10, 8, 8, 12, 12, 10, 10, 8, 8, 10, 10, 8. So you might kind of play around with those licks. And then from there, then we'd be going into our outro chorus. And there are lots of different ways you might want to kind of take all these ideas and kind of mix them up different ways. So you may want to kind of play around with it, kind of find a way that works for you. And then kind of, or you mix it up. Or if you know the licks around these chords, it can be kind of a cool thing to kind of try and add it in and kind of make it into your own too. And at the very end, you'll kind of hear this little between the E string and the B string, 1, 1, 1, or kind of an F, C, C note. But that's the basics of how you can strum through Every Night by Imagine Dragons. So good luck!